Let's welcome to the show now someone who knew exactly what it was like to go head-to-head with Maradona at international level in a World Cup final, and obviously on domestic level as well. Jürgen Klinsmann at Inter Milan when Diego Maradona was at his very best for Napoli. Jürgen, thank you very much for your time. Just your initial reaction.
Well, very sad moment, I think, for the entire world of football. Diego Armando Maradona was an absolute exception. He was probably for two decades, the late 80s, the 90s, the most amazing player on the planet. He was a genius. He was, I called him always an artist. There's the great football player, and then there's maybe one artist. And Diego Armando Maradona was an artist. What he did on the field, full of creativity, full of unbelievable technique, was just unheard of. And I had the pleasure to play many times against him with club team, if it was Stuttgart UEFA Cup final, if it was Germany World Cup final, if it was with Inter Milan, the games against Napoli. And you just simply admire this guy. And to have him pass so early with just 60 years of age is a very sad, unfortunately, reality.
You can just take us back to that time in Italy. Just how big was he?
Well, he was on his own level. There were great players, obviously, in the late 80s, early 90s in Italy. Lothar Matthäus was one of the best players in the world. Gullit, Van Basten, Rijkaard, Carreca, Alemão. Before us was maybe Platini. Was unbelievable great players, but he was another level. He was just someone that always made the difference and figured things out on the field that nobody else could figure out. So you could man mark him, you could mark him zonally. You had no idea how to mark him because he was just so gifted. And so there was so much admiration for him. And outside the field, he was just a simple, very normal person. A lot of people thought, well, Maradona, with all his issues then with drugs and other things, later on, was a very complicated person. He was not. Diego was a very down-to-earth, a very normal guy that just wanted to be with his friends, with his families. And what he has brought to Argentina, obviously, is you will never forget that. And what he brought to especially to his Napoli, where he felt like he's a son of Naples. The people will never forget that. So imagine today, how people mourn in Argentina and in Napoli, in Italy, and around the world is just a very sad moment.
Jürgen, what was it like, the reaction from the crowd when you were up against Napoli and Maradona was on the ball? I imagine just that sense of expectation must have been palpable even as a player.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard the news, I was really shocked this morning, and I posted something on my Twitter site, and I rarely actually post things, but I posted something that I always thought about Diego was his warm-up routine. Depending on the music in the stadium, he started to do his warm-up routine with joggling the ball around, and that was made him. I think it has 7 million hits by now. Life is Life music. That really is Diego Armando Maradona. He just wanted to be in rhythm with himself, with the music, with the game. And when you watch him then doing his warm-up, you face him actually as an opponent, and you kind of half lost the game already because you give him so much respect, you give him so much admiration because he was just such a fantastic football player that and that kind of transferred to fans in the stadium. That even away games for him became home games because the people just wanted to see him. If he played in Milan in front of 85,000, they were just kind of standing up, giving him standing ovations, even if he maybe lost the game or other games. So he was just a standout, unique over almost 20 years. And I always put him on the same level with Pelé and Franz Beckenbauer, these two maybe prior to Maradona. And then obviously there came the next generations with a Messi and a Ronaldo. But Diego Maradona in his own way was just simply unique.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.